Kencang banget anjir. Tes, halo. Yeah. Suaraku udah masuk. Let me check. Wait a minute. Let me check. Check. 1, 2, 3. Halo, bla 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 bla. Oke, suara aku udah masuk. Halo guys, welcome to Livestream. Online. Oke, it's been a while since my last stream, baby. Around bentar, let me see. Udah berapa lama aku nggak main ya? Nggak main, maksudnya ya bener sih, nggak salah. Ya, benar. Aku sudah tidak streaming selama 5 hari yang lalu. Damn, aku memang masih belum bisa konsisten balik streaming karena I think I need rest more because something like that lah, and something not good maybe, I don't know lah. Pokoknya intinya oke. Pokoknya hari ini kita streaming dan hari ini aku mau main Genshin Impact karena selama aku berkarir jadi Vtuber aku cuman pernah 3 kali streaming Genshin, dan itu pun seingat aku satu itu pakai akun yang aku sekarang pakai, dua streaming setelahnya adalah pakai akun kecil. Nah, kenapa main Genshin lagi padahal mainnya WoW terus gitu? It's the point. Aku dulu pemain Genshin Impact ya, sampai kalau aku tetap intens main Genshin Impact seharusnya aku itu sudah termasuk player yang di level 60. Cuman entah kenapa somehow aku merasa kayak udah capek banget pas Genshin itu rilis Sumeru gitu ya kan. Terus aku jadi merasa kayak oke, I think it's enough, aku gak main Genshin lagi, aku berhenti dulu karena aku sudah mendapatkan yang namanya kebosanan itu udah di titik bosan. Jadi aku merasa kayak ya udahlah, it's okay, nggak usah main Genshin lagi gitu. Nah, jadi aku beralih ke WoW. Suatu hari aku merasa kayak oke, aku kayaknya mau balik Genshin lagi gitu. Tapi kayak ada beberapa banner yang aku incar gitu kan, tapi aku gak bisa download karena keterbatasan device, guys. Jadi ya udah gitu kan. Ya udah gitu aja. Jadi ya udah, sekarang akhirnya aku balik lagi buat main Genshin, dan here we go, kita akan main Genshin dan melanjutkan melanjutkan story-story yang aku banyak tinggalin karena aku memang sengaja numpuk banyak story. Dan aku jujur selama aku main Genshin aku nggak pernah pakai controller. Nah, kan aku punya controller baru ya. Oke, aku memang beli controller itu memang ada alasannya. Salah satu alasannya adalah aku ingin main game seperti Genshin dan teman-temannya tapi sambil rebahan gitu. Jadi aku beli controller baru. Nah, aku mau coba akankah dia lebih mudah pakai controller atau ya tetap pakai ini. Tunggu, let me see dulu. Tidak controller. Ini tuh gitu. Jadi ternyata memang harus manual. Oke. Kalau nggak, terus kalau mau buka map gimana? Atau kita masih terus hilang ternyata. X.
Alright, there's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh? No. That can't be.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mulan told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the
Vika ini
worst
cakep
of the
banget ya,
invasion.
tapi aku nggak punya
The battle
karakternya
against
sih.
the Abyss was
Aku udah
exceedingly
pernah
long
lihat
and brutal.
apa sih?
In the end, victory
udah-
came at the cost of
Damn,
our
aku
civilization and countless lives. Even then,
Oke,
it
jadi
took
aku
centuries
udah
of
pernah
solving the
lihat
disasters
gameplaynya
caused by the Abyss to
Vika gitu
finally
kan. Kan
achieve
dia
the peace
pakai
we
apa
know
sih yang
today.
senjata yang
Still,
pedang yang besar itu
this
ya?
is
Aku
but a
lupa lagi
superficial victory.
namanya apa karena
The
aku sering
forces of the Abyss
main
have
gua,
merely
aku
been
jadi lupa
driven back
istilah-istilah games.
underground. Their threat
Dan
to
aku
Natlan
merasa aku
remains
nggak
as
cocok
real as
main
ever.
Maf. Jadi aku skip dan
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the
Oh
war,
damn,
our
aku melupakan
calculations
sesuatu.
estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the
jalanin ini.
destitute. Our people no longer believed in
ini.
victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you. Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's
Hi,
impossible for a
God.
human to live that
Good
long.
Michael.
That's right.
Hi, welcome to the
The
stream. Terima
hardest thing
kasih
for
sudah
humans to
mampir.
overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural limitations
Kayaknya
of our
aku baru lihat
lifespan.
kamu ya. Kamu
A god can
melihat
extend
ini
a
aku
human's
kah?
life by using a certain amount
Ketemu
of divine
akunku.
power, or subjecting them to a
What the heck?
curse.
Maksudnya
But,
ketemu
as we all know,
streamingku di
Natlan
beranda
doesn't have
kah?
gods like that.
That-
We can only
Okay,
rely
thank you.
on our own
Thank you for
methods.
coming.
A human
Thank you for
life
stopping
is like
by.
a flame
Now I'm
destined to
playing
be
Genshin
extinguished.
Impact.
500 years ago,
Aku lagi
I
lanjut.
placed my
Aku
life
gak tahu ini
within
udah
the sacred
story
flame. Only by
Archon yang
dying
mana
before my
gitu ya,
time could
tapi
I have the chance to
ya
wake
at
up
least
again.
aku mau lanjutin
So, in other words,
story-nya lah
this is
gitu
your
lah.
second
Intinya
life?
gitu. Ini stream mungkin akan lama, aku nggak tahu, tapi kemungkinan besarnya akan lama dan karena aku mau lanjutin Archon quest ya
Yes,
gitu.
we only
Ada
managed to
kalau
defeat
nggak
the
salah ada
Abyss all
event-event
those
ya,
years
mungkin
ago because the
mungkin
tribes
habis
came
habis
together
ini
as
mau
one.
event-event
If
dulu
the
deh,
Natlan of the
lanjutin
future
event-event
was to
dulu
have a
baru
fighting chance, the
lanjutin
Pyro
Archon quest.
Archons
Soalnya
that
aku
came
tahu
after
Archon
the war
quest
had
itu
to rebuild the
bisa
decimated
lama
tribes.
banget.
The goal was to
Satu Archon
reunite the people
biasanya
and
kayak
restore the
kan kayak
strength of
1-2
each
jam
tribe's Wayab.
berapa.
Once a tribe was back to its full strength,
Enggak sih, udah
the
lama
tribe's
berlangganan.
Wayab would select
Oh,
a
okay.
hero, indicating the tribe was
That's
once again
quite
ready for war.
quite
The chosen would then stand by my
surprise
side
to
in
me,
defense
but
of our nation,
okay,
just like
but
great heroes of old.
yeah, I
500
think
years ago.
aku baru lihat kamu sekarang
the chosen?
atau kamu selama ini nonton aku
That's
tapi
right.
gak
You
pernah
bear the
ini ya,
ancient
gak pernah
name
muncul ya.
Moja, the same one
Ya,
held by the
pokoknya
hero from
buat
your
siapapun yang
tribe
nonton ini,
500
why
years
my
ago.
views get
It
down
means
so
unity.
lower,
After your
like
adventure in the Night Kingdom,
right now
I
it's
trust you've come
because
to fully
I
understand
don't
the meaning of
stream
that name.
like
So in
for
other words, You always knew who the
my
were going to pick from each
udah berapa lama aku nggak streamingnya.
Yes.
Terus habis itu kayak
According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have
while
been
I'm
fully restored by
playing
the time I
mobile
awoke.
game,
But
that's
something
called
went wrong along the
okay.
way. The six
That's
heroes
it's
successfully inherited
maybe
the ancient
makes
names from 500 years
that
ago.
makes
but the
sense
intel
yang
regarding
paling
the plan
bisa
wasn't
aku
passed
bilang
on to
kayak
me.
ya itu yang bikin
Once again,
anjlok
it
banget gitu.
comes down to the
One day when
deterioration of the
I'm
Night Kingdom.
streaming
Communication
while
between the
playing
sacred
that
flame
game,
and the Wayab has been blocked.
aku
Just
mengeluarkan
like how the
statement
Ode of
kalau kamu nggak suka
Resurrection
dengan
failed
cara
to bring
mainku
Regina
atau kamu
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is
nggak
using
suka
against
lah
us.
intinya gitu kan.
The
Kamu
Abyss
boleh
may not
pergi dari
possess
streamingku.
intelligence, but
Nah,
its
that's
methods
why
certainly
I
aren't
think
easy to
maybe
counter.
uh,
If we want to unblock
ya
that
mungkin
information
untuk
from being
beberapa orang yang
passed on,
nonton
my
kayak
presence
di
alone
sombong
isn't
banget
enough.
gitu ya kan.
The
But
ancient name bearer must
once again,
establish a greater connection to
aku
their
tuh
name.
nggak
So,
aku
I
ya
tried
aku
my
tahu
best to
aku
help them
butuh
from the
viewers,
sidelines.
tapi kalau seandainya kamu tidak menghargai
Currently,
aku
Shalonen of the
dengan
Children of
cara
Echoes,
main
Kinich of the
gameku
Scions
gitu
of the
ya kan,
Canopy,
terus kamu
and
merasa
Yumnathon of the Collective of
aku
Plenty
terlalu ini
have
terlalu
all
itu
been
ya nggak
acknowledged
apa-apa
by their
buat
names.
gak usah nonton aku
During your
lagi gitu.
adventure, you too earned
Karena
the
banyak
acknowledgement of your
VTuber-VTuber
Wayab
lain di
Nirlani.
luar sana yang
In
lebih
the
baik
process,
daripada
you gained the
aku
memories
gitu.
stored within
Dan
your
pas
name.
banget di saat itu tuh aku memang lagi emosi-emosinya gitu. Aku nyesal ya, pasti nyesal. Tapi menurutku
Yes,
aku
but we have no choice.
juga
We
menyaring
cannot start the
penontonku,
plan
jadi
until
it's
all the
okay
heroes have been
gitu.
gathered.
Kalau seandainya
That's
kamu
also why I haven't
memang
been able to take action
loyal
despite the
sama aku
urgency
dan
of the
kamu
situation.
memang mau nontonin
But
aku
if you
terus,
knew
kamu
this whole
pasti tetap
time,
akan stay
why
gitu.
didn't you just
Tapi
tell me
kita
about
juga
my role
tidak
in all
bisa
Wouldn't that make
mengharapkan
everything go a
seseorang
lot
untuk
faster?
terus-terusan menonton
Perhaps,
kita,
but the
karena
opposite could
semua
also
orang
be
itu
true.
punya kehidupan ya guys
Knowing your
ya,
destiny
dan
too
punya
early can
osinya
mean failing to
masing-masing gitu.
realize your full potential.
Nah,
Just
aku
like your
cuman
determination to save
merasa
Kachina,
ya
I hope your commitment to
I
this
a little
endeavor
bit
comes from your
lonely
own
for
strength of will,
the
rather than a
last
sense of
stream gitu
obligation.
kan, karena memang
So I
biasanya
suppose
aku
you're not going to tell us who
streaming
the final two
meskipun
heroes
gak
are
banyak
then.
yang nonton gitu
That's
kan,
right.
tapi kan mereka
Their
aktif
time is
di
yet to come.
section
Putting
komen gitu
pressure on
kan.
them
Nah
beforehand will
cuman
only
kan di
hinder
live
their
chat kan
development.
jadi lebih banyak berkurang banyak gitu, jadi kayak I feel a little bit lonely aja
I
gitu.
can only
But
trust
still,
in the judgment of the
I'm
Wayab.
doing this stream
I
it's
have
because
never
my
believed I
hobby,
could
not
solve this
my
crisis alone.
my
In fact, it was
really
precisely
jobs.
because I chose
Jadi
to trust and
aku
rely on
gak
others
terlalu
that we managed
gimana
to
banget
get
sih,
this
gak
far.
apa-apa gitu.
Natlan's
Kalau aku
salvation
kehilangan
lies
views
not in its
sekarang, aku
archon
mungkin
or
dapat
any
views
singular
nanti gitu
individual.
aja.
You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Mudah-mudahan gitu.
I thought I might
Mudahan
get away with
karir
avoiding the topic.
karir aku akan berjalan mulus aja gitu, tanpa ada hambatan. Itu udah lebih dari cukup. Kalau
Even
views
though I
naik turun itu
sacrificed
sudah
my
biasa,
power,
udah
I still
wajar.
needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it
It's
back from
okay.
the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose: fuel.
Fuel? So back then, that's why you...
Yes, the stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the
Sama juga
boundary
ya.
between the two
Yes,
worlds.
aku tahu sih.
It was a
Ya,
rather crude approach,
kalau
so
Gibson tuh kalau
all their power was
pas itu
depleted in an instant, as you can see.
panjang bagian mereka
Weren't they all
cerita
precious
gitu.
treasures? What about their
Story gitu.
stories?
Karena memang aku udah player
That's
lama
exactly
juga gitu,
why I
cuman memang
dragged
berhenti
you
di
all
tengah
here.
jalan karena aku udah
No
pulang.
matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss.
Kenapa aku lebih
And then,
lebih
it would only be a
attached
matter
sama
of time
buah?
before the Children of Echoes
Karena
was met
buah
with
itu
disaster.
story-nya bisa di
Besides,
skip-skip.
When those
Jujur,
heroes entrusted
itu
their belongings
tombol
to
yang
me,
sangat
or
berguna
the
untuk
Pyro
aku
Archon
yang
of their time,
gak terlalu
it was
mentingin
out of a
story.
desire to
Kan
contribute to
ada
Natlan's
beberapa
survival.
orang main game itu
If they
karena
knew those items
story-nya
helped save the present-day
atau
heroes of Natlan,
karena
they would not mourn their
apa sih,
loss.
kayak
Even when you put it that way,
ngekoleksi
I
waifu
still feel
khas.
bad.
apa husbu gitu kan.
There's no
Atau
need.
karena
Remember
gameplaynya
what I
yang
told
memang
you
enak
about
aja
time?
dimainin.
The people and the events
Kalau
of the
aku
past
sih
are never
lebih
truly
ke
lost to us. We
ya aku
simply
main
carry them
game
with
ini
us in a
karena
different
aku
form.
suka
In that sense, we didn't lose anything at
apa
all.
sih
If you
kita
still
bisa
have regrets, let them
ngembangin
fuel your resolve in the
karakternya harus
battles to come.
gimana
Your deeds
damage-nya
will
gitu
become
kan.
new legends
Terus
and nurture new
ngumpulin
forms of power just like the
husbu dan
items once stored
waifu
here.
gitu-gitu sih.
Well,
Aku lebih
we'd
ke
still like to
situ,
return the
tapi
favor.
kalau ke story-nya nggak terlalu. Jadi kalau sana tiba-tiba ada orang yang nanya kayak gitu,
Well, if that's
kamu
the
tahu
case,
nggak
just
Arts and
treat
Quest
me
yang
to a
ini
drink
ceritanya tuh gini
sometime.
gini nah aku
Now
nggak
that
tahu,
Kachina
aku
has
nggak tahu, aku
returned,
angkat tangan.
we can finally
Aku
hold the
nggak tahu
victory
karena
feast and
beneran aku
celebrate
tidak
your
terlalu
team's triumph in
memperhatikan
the
Arts
Night
and
Warden
Quest.
Wars. And we could all use the rest, that's for sure.
But still,
Plus,
Genshin
you'll
itu
be able to
masih
silence
tetap
everyone who doubted
okay.
you once and for all, Kachina.
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right. You should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
Oke, udah selesai. Ini cutscene-nya. Okay, what next?
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older.
Ini sebenarnya kalau
Let's hope we
dipikir-pikir
gradually
lagi ya,
understand the
aku
true
tuh
value of the
streaming
springs.
kan selama pas
I've witnessed their energy,
tengah malam
their determination,
dan
their absolute
antusiasme
passion for
emang
life.
adanya itu pas di tengah malam. Aku
Even
mencoba
when they cause
merubahnya
trouble,
kembali,
I never
jadi
managed
mulai
to
dari
hold
jam
on to my
8.
anger for
Jadi
long.
kalau
It's
iya aku
unbelievable how quickly they worm their
aja
way
sih.
back into my good graces.
Ditambah karena statement yang sangat
I'm certain
memprovokasi
Nurlani
dan
will become a great
juga
warrior when she grows up.
gak
She possesses
streamingnya
infinite
aku
potential.
yang aku hilang
see it.
berapa lama itu gitu
One day,
ya
when I'm no
gitu.
longer in
Dan aku
fighting
belum
form,
pakai
I'll come
jadwal
here and
lagi.
tell stories to all the
Kenapa aku
children,
belum pakai jadwal
just
lagi?
like
Karena
those warriors did for me.
mood buat streamingnya tuh masih belum stabil. Ya aku kayak
So
nggak
you
mau
better
aja
get
udah
busy,
bikin
Pyro
janji.
Archon, or I'll end up running out
Kayak
of stories.
dibatalin kayak yo apa-apa.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future.
Banget ya.
The
Aku boleh nggak
abyss is a cunning. My rage will but you came to me because I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember, otherwise rest assured, I'll find a way to for Natlan.
Gak asli. Itu nggak bisa di skip lagi nih. Tapi kayak setahu aku memang Genshin itu nggak pernah punya tombol skip deh kalau buat story ya.
So,
Memang
you're gonna... But
kasih
what about the...
experience.
You can't
Ada
ask her
story.
those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. We will do everything we can to, even across time.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Seriously, though? Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he...
Aku itu punya.
Just remember, no
Damn.
matter what happens in the
Why?
future,
Why?
we will always love you.
Halo Kak Vtuber cantik, halo Kak Zihaya, welcome to the stream, selamat datang di streamnya Ayumi. Terima kasih sudah mampir. Yeah, it's been a long time Kak Zihaya. Mana kabarnya?
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
Ah. Okay. My little sister.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
Pak, buka hediku dulu bentar guys. Sekarang jadi petani guys. Biar kayak aku bosan gitu yang kayak gini.
The rules are
Terus
my
kan nih
legacy.
dia lagi ini
They shall grant us the
lagi
strength to overcome the next
naik-naiknya lagi.
tragedy.
Kalau sekian lama ya udah aku main.
War forged the
Bertani.
6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
Ada.
How are you getting along? All done with your work? How are you getting along? All done with your work?
Bentar guys. BTW mainnya nggak pakai ini, nggak pakai apa namanya? Aku lagi coba controller gitu, jadi kalau seandainya mainnya agak aneh ya sorry, aku nggak pernah pakai controller sebelumnya. Aku biasanya main pakai keyboard gitu kan, kayak I don't know man, I wanna try with my controller, so let's go.
Shake your hamster!
Cara nembak kan?
How are you getting along? All done with your work?
Think you can bully me?
are you getting along? All done with your work?
Ah.
I wasn't waiting for you. I just happened to be resting.
Hey, ditentang. Kok bisa buka tapi aku lupa caranya. Area aku kejar. Nah. Oh.
At first, the flavor.
Going on!
Let me weave you a verse.
Now's your chance! Precision strike!
Goose on the loose. Yeah. A little amuse bouche. The pinnacle of excellence.
Dead reckoning!
Rain cutter.
Let's keep going, team!
A dash of frosting.
Oh. Oke. Oke. Malam Ayumi, malam Raikon, welcome to the stream. Selamat datang di streamnya Ayumi. Terima kasih sudah mampir. Yeah. Terlalu suka nanti playnya ya, kalau karakternya buat di
Everybody stand back.
buat di kolektif
You're
ya
toast.
boleh.
Submit. You. Fire. Well, with rocks. That's fun. Teamwork is dreamwork. Your life is mine. Umbrella warfare, I guess. Fire! Well, with rocks.
deh. How to
Feeling lucky?
oh. Agak membingungkan tapi boleh. Mana? Kenapa anjir? Aku tuh.
Hey there, I'm Aoife, a Sorrow vet from the Flower Feather Clan.
Oh,
You've probably heard some things about
okay.
me already, but it's all good.
Hi,
Whatever
Eva.
impression you have of me, I say let's wipe the slate clean and just get to know each other. Oh yeah,
Okay, okay.
then there's this little dude.
Okay.
That's Kakuku, my assistant.
Nah, banyak cakap. Oh. Cacing.
Lizard tail, pepper, star conch.
Buka karakter Dina.
What else do I need to create the most dreadfully disgusting cocktail?
Yeah.
Huh. Huh? Hey, get out! Cuckoo!
Hey. malam Yumi, gimana kabarnya? Hai JP, welcome to my stream. Kabar aku baik dan aku lagi main Genshin Impact aja. Ada lagi? Oke, nice. Terus aku tuh bingung mau ngapain di sini sebenarnya. Oh. Tadi itu ini apa? Request.
Enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
The hell you... Teleport. Maaf guys, pemula pakai ini, pakai controller jadi bingung. Ngincer apa nih di Genshin? Skir kah? Nggak tahu sih. Yum karakternya emang sengaja nggak dinyalain kah? Di aku kelihatannya kayak nge-freeze gitu. Iya, aku nggak pakai L tuh dia guys. Aku pakai ini, pakai VNG karena aku masih sadar diri. Memainkan Genshin dengan mau pakai L2D itu berarti mau bikin laptopku meledak. Jadi aku gak pakai ini, gak pakai apa namanya, gak pakai L2D. Malam Jonas, welcome to the stream. Selamat datang di stream Ayumi. Terima kasih sudah mampir. Tadi Jep nanya kan ya, aku ngincar apa di Genshin? Gak ada. Literally aku balik ke Genshin itu buat ada satu alasan. This is about my birthday. About my birthday. My real birthday gitu. It's coming soon. So aku tuh suka ini, aku suka sama hadiah dari game Genshin Impact gitu, ngumpulin apa sih namanya? Ngumpulin cake ulang tahunnya itu loh. Ya, aku masih punya nggak ya cake ulang tahun waktu. Let's see. Dia kalau ulang tahun kan ini ya, dia ngasih cake kan ya. Aku tuh kalau nggak salah, nggak ingat aku punya nggak ya. Tapi setauku kalau di Genshin Impact itu dia tuh cake ulang tahunnya itu bisa dimakan. Nah, aku tuh ngincar itu. That's why aku balik lagi ke sini gitu. Ada ya, di mana ya? Ya, atau udah sistemnya udah nggak kayak gitu lagi ya kalau ulang tahun ya? Ngasih hadiah gitu aku. Tuh dulu kalau dulu sih ngasihnya ini sih cake sih. Gak tahu sekarang apa kalau ulang tahun. Karena itulah aku makanya kembali gitu. Aku lupa soalnya apa ya. Terus kayak aku kemarin pas ulang tahun si Kasuga Ayumi, ya that's me gitu. Ya aku ulang tahunku itu aku kan coba pakai tanggalnya si Yumi gitu ya kan. Berarti itu dimana itu tanggal 10 ya, 10 Mei gitu. My real life birthday, it's same in the same moon but not in the same date gitu. Dah, pokoknya jaraknya nggak terlalu jauh tapi di bulan yang sama gitu. Jadi aku sengaja bedain gitu karena literally sebenarnya ini sudah akun tua gitu ya, akun lama gitu. Makanya kenapa aku masukin tanggal ulang tahunku yang asli di Genshin Impact, di Wua pakai tanggal ulang tahun Kasuga Ayumi gitu. Nah, kalau di kalau di Wua mereka itu kasih ada 2 hadiah gitu kan. Dan 2 hadiah itu tetap akan bisa kamu buka sampai kapanpun gitulah. 2 atau 3 hadiah, aku lupa 2 atau 3 hadiah gitu. Hadiah pertama itu crown. Jadi karakter kita itu kayak, ntar ya aku kasih lihat deh. Misalkan ini karakter default kita kan ini ya si siapa namanya, lupa lagi, Lumin gitu. Nah kalau di Wua itu nanti hadiahnya itu dapat mahkota, dan mahkotanya itu bisa dipakai sama karakter default kita, si MC kita, itu satu. Terus yang kedua mereka kasih hadiah kue, sama satu lagi tuh kayak blessing gitu loh, maksudnya kayak ucapan dari karakter yang kamu mau, literally bener-bener kamu pengen gitu ya kan. Mereka nggak kasih karakter itu, tapi mereka kasih kayak semacam blessing, ucapan selamat ulang tahun bla 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 segala macam bla 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 blanya gitu, tapi pakai karakter yang kamu bisa pilih kamu mau di blessing sama siapa gitu. Ya itu bedanya sama Genshin gitu. Kalau Genshin kan ya ucapan selamat ulang tahun biasa, dia kirim ke email kasih hadiah gitu aja kan. Nah udah tuh, cuman karena udah mau dekat ulang tahunku aku buka Genshin lagi gitu. Aku kira nge-freeze, enggak. Halo Yumi, kayak kenyalnya bikin happy. Halo Bang SPB. Oh paham. BTW ada karakter bagus tau Yumi habis ini, namanya Skir. Yang tar wait, Skir ini yang dibanding-bandingin sama Karteria yang dari Wua bukan sih? Soalnya seingatku ada kemarin itu perdebatan antara player Genshin dan Wua gitu ya. Nah, jadi si Genshin ini ngeluarin karakter yang memang cakep banget, aku udah lihat gitu. Nah, terus ada satu orang katanya gitu kan dari TikTok atau dari mana gitu lah, atau dari Blibli aku lupa gitu kan, ngeposting kalimat provokatif gitulah. Intinya dia tuh ngomong kalau Wua itu nggak berani nunjukin sneak peek gameplaynya si karakter yang mau hadir di Wua ini karena katanya di Genshin itu lebih bagus gitu. Nah, tiba-tiba beberapa hari kemudian keluar tuh video sneak peeknya si karakter Wua yang aku bilang tadi, Karteria atau siapa itu namanya aku lupa itu. Dan storynya wholesome banget, jujur aku kan main Wua gitu ya kan, dan aku ngincer banget karakter itu karena bener-bener cakep betul. Aku pas lihat pertama kali itu sebelum masuk ke storynya aku udah langsung kayak oh man sis, this is gonna be my waifu. This is gonna my waifu. Aku nggak mau tahu, pokoknya aku harus pulangin dia gitu. Dan memang pas mereka keluarin sneak peeknya si karakter itu, dang, ekspektasi yang orang-orang bayangkan itu memang kayaknya besar kali gitu kan, dan aku juga besar gitu. Dan aku nggak menyangka waktu bagian ultimate-nya keluar gitu, itu benar-benar kayak Jinsi Wua tapi lebih mewah lagi gitu. Jadi ya itulah, jadi itu perdebatan antara player Genshin dan Wua. Kebetulan aku main keduanya dan aku tidak pro kemana-mana gitu, tapi memang harus kuakui ya itu cukup mewah sekali sih. Karena ya kalian harus tahu aja ya buat player Genshin ya, Wua itu terlalu apa ya, kalau bikin karakter itu, kalau dia bikin karakter bintang 5 gitu kan, mereka itu terlalu effortnya terlalu gede menurutku, bikinnya nggak main-main gitu. Tapi aku tidak menjelekkan Genshin juga, karena menurutku Genshin itu bagus loh. Dan mereka itu sangat konsisten, gila gitu, makanya bisa sampai bertahan sampai sekarang. Nggak kayak Buah yang kayak, ngerti gak sih Ibu? Ini memang bakal jadi statement yang bikin pertikaian gitu. Tapi menurutku Buah itu apa ya? Aku gak bilang dia gak bisa ngalahin Genshin, enggak. Tapi kemungkinan buat sama berada di satu garis yang sama-sama Genshin itu kemungkinannya besar loh. Buat tuh jujur, kalau mereka memang ada niatan mau kayak gitu ya, kita kan nggak tahu ya, kan beda-beda ya tiap developer tuh. Bener, tapi lebih the best absolute cinema ultinya Yum. Iya memang bener, absolutely cinema banget ultinya. That's why I'm gonna full her guys. Sumpah kalian kalau lihat sneak peek yang kemarin itu beredar itu, sampai dibandingin loh gitu kan, kayak ini loh karakter yang kalian bilang jelek gitu ya kan. Karena sebenarnya memang di karakter, aku nggak tahu kenapa biasanya kan kalau bocoran-bocoran kayak gitu kan cepet gitu ya kan, apalagi kalian harus tahu ya, setelah ini kan banner Zani, setelah Zani itu ada yang kayak karakternya itu kayak rusa gitu kan, tapi dia pakai pistol. Nah itu kan udah keluar tuh gameplaynya gitu ya, dia itu nggak terlalu heboh. Aku yang nggak tahu, atau memang nggak terlalu heboh lah gitu player luar tuh sama gameplay dia gitu kan, padahal sneak peek dia ada di mana-mana gitu, bahkan di YouTube juga ada gitu. Cuman pas si yang karakter yang bener-bener si Karteria lagi, siapa lagi namanya, pokoknya itu bener-bener kayak wah gila sih gitu. Kenapa Charlotte gak ada suaranya anjir? Aku nggak tahu sih aku bakal bisa pulangin dia atau enggak, karena aku nabung PT-nya sudah berada di 50. Kemungkinan terbesarnya adalah kalau seandainya aku terus-terusan buang-buang PT di banner yang sekarang, di banner Zadi, kemungkinan terbesar adalah banner selanjutnya itu aku akan ulangin si rusa itu. Sementara si karakter yang mau kuicar itu setelah si rusa kalau nggak salah tuh. Jadi
Hey there, you two.
ya nggak tahu lah.
Fancy running into you here.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock. What the heck was all that about a story?
Aku sebenarnya pengen Pulzani, tapi tapi nggak banget sih kartu muncul, jadi kurungin niatku buat Pulzani. Iya, aku juga awalnya gitu. Aku pas pertama kali ketemu Zani di story-nya si siapa itu, di story-nya si Pibi, aku tuh nggak fokus ke Pibi, aku lebih fokus ke Zani. Aku pengen punya Zani gitu kan. Nah aku jadi kemarin itu bingung gitu kan, aku pull Zani atau enggak gitu kan. Nah terus kan keluar tuh sebelum Zani itu kan si yang karakter yang pakai payung itu, siapa sih namanya, yang cantik banget, yang mami banget itu. Nah aku mau bawa dia pulang, tapi ternyata waktuku bermain itu gak cukup. Aku berleha-leha, aku lupa aku mau pull dia. Jadi aku juga udah berusaha untuk ngumpulin banyak biar bisa pulangin dia, tapi ternyata tetap gak bisa, jadi aku skip gitu kan. Terus ternyata setelah dia tuh shorekeeper gitu ya kan. Ya udah, aku udah berharap banget sama shorekeeper gitu ya kan. Pertama kali tuh aku kena kespuk sama encore. Aku kira aku nggak bisa pulangin shorekeeper lagi, ternyata shorekeepernya pulang. Anjir, kata gue teh. Asem lah. Padahal Zani juga pengen kumpul gara-gara aku ada tim supreme-nya. Oh, pantes mana kartu ini juga masih blind gitu timnya gimana. Iya. Nah, sebenarnya itu dia masalahnya. Kalau seandainya aku ngepul si Karte, aku belum tahu masih meraba-raba gitu. Dia cocoknya pakai apa gitu kan. Kalau aku kan memang kan tim utamaku itu kan Changli ya. Sebenarnya aku bisa aja nggak pakai si Charlotte gitu kan, karena aku tuh memang jarang pakai Charlotte gitu kan. Aku Charlotte itu cuman kayak buat ini doang, nge-freeze musuh aja. Terus selebihnya Changli aja gitu makanya. Sebenarnya aku kemarin itu nggak berpikiran mau pull Shorekeeper. Kalau pengen punya pengen, tapi untuk dijadiin masuk ke tim sebenarnya enggak gitu, karena aku nggak tahu Shorekeeper ini awalnya itu aku cuman tahu itu dia healer, tapi aku nggak tahu kalau dia itu bisa ngasih buff gitu kan. Nah terus habis itu pas setelah dikasih tahu, terus orang-orang bilang kayak ini tuh tim bagus kalau kita punya Shorekeeper, pokoknya timnya akan bagus segala macam bla 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 gitu. Dan pada akhirnya aku pull dia dan ternyata dia pulang. Dan aku mengistirahatkan si gadis kecilku yang warna hijau itu, siapa sih namanya? Aku lupa lagi, dibawa healer juga. Akhirnya perjalanan dia selesai gitu. Karena akhirnya Shorekeeper-nya pulang gitu. Waktu Jin si Riran, aku itu nggak ngepull Jinsinya, aku ngepull senjatanya. Biar kalian tahu kenapa aku pull senjatanya, karena aku suka senjatanya. Dan itu aku pakai buat si naga hijau. Ya, aku pakai itu buat si naga hijau. Anjir, senjata signature loh. Yang aku punya bener-bener lengkap gitu kan, maksudnya karakter sama ininya sama
I appreciate your kind invitation.
Weapon signature-nya itu yang bisa gambar itu, aku nggak tahu siapa namanya. Yang itu.
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to
Verina, ya Verina. Sama aku nggak pull siapa ya, pokoknya sebelum Shorekeeper, karena aku emang butuh Shorekeeper buat support. Iya, Shorekeeper itu bagus banget ternyata. Aku nggak menyangka ternyata Shorekeeper itu akan sebagus itu jadi support. Anjir, bener kata orang-orang gitu, kayak damn. Jadi aku nge-build dia masih setengah jadi ya, karena kan aku fokusnya ke Changli sama Charlotte. Tapi build setengah jadiku juga ya membantu gitu, membantu banget malah. Udah gitu.
Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That how thing that popped out before, or was it a how? It kind of looked like a how, but at the same time.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a how.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come
bisa
out to
nggak
argue
sih
back.
kayak di skip aja, sumpah aku nggak fokus ke
Apparently,
ceritanya soalnya.
it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine
yaudah,
City.
ini aja.
Paimon's been down this.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But a how wasn't too thrilled. That said, it's pretty annoying. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais. I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for. It'll be a good chance to. If you're free, why don't you come along? I know where it is.
Damn. Jadi kita masih ada story lagi. Oh, udah ingat, aku tadi itu mau lihat karakter minute. Iya bang. Ini sih. Aku tadi mau lihat Abah. Apa aku? Oh, kan. Tuh. Enggak, Pak. Aku nggak tahu tahu nih kemarin siapa yang ngajarin aku ya pakai abah ya. Aku pakai ini ya kemarin ya. Ih, HP-nya udah tinggi sih, udah 34.000. Ini. Oh, ini nanggung nih. Ini 1.000. Oh, nggak bisa naik, aku nggak ngerti. Orang-orang kalau nggak salah bikin abah itu HP-nya sampai 40.000. Itu SARA apa? Apa aku keluarin? Maaf. Mana salah pencet. Nih. Terus buka abah. Apa? Ini yang dipentingin di
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share them?
Bentar ya guys, aku ngeliat dulu. Terlihat damage, anjir. Apa ini bagus ini. Oke. Salah. Gimana cara pakainya? Duit tuh berapa sih? Tunggu, kita tanya dulu. 12 juta, gila. Ngapain aja aku 12 juta ngumpulin mora? Habisin moranya. Let's go, level up. Tapi ini kan basicnya kenapa? Udah sih. SB karakter asli. Oh, oke. Oh, gimana Kak buat? Kan abah tuh terhenti kenapa? Coba kita lihat asken dulu. Apa ya? Oh. Damn dude, aku malas banget. Ini ngelawan ini. Ini. Gimana cara item details RRS? Oh. Ya itu ya. Kalau nggak salah yang lawan yang
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Bagusnya dia di 90-in atau di 80-in sih? Soalnya aku memang ada sih yang nge-build nanggung. Memang levelnya maksudnya nggak aku selesaiin sampai 90 nih kayak sama. Cara buka map mana tadi?
So these are the kind of headlines that go in.
Looks like I remembered correctly.
Anjir, langsung cerita bejir.
Wow, this is awesome. Hard to believe.
Dia naikin CR sama CD-nya gila. Wah, iya betul. Takutnya si Karte itu dia bergantung sama Ciacona banner yang sekarang. Oh, udah jadi sih. Kakak Yumi, halo Dita, welcome to the stream. Selamat datang di streamnya Ayumi. Terima kasih sudah mampir.
But is this all it takes to blow people away?
Oh, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
Ntar aku mau bertani lagi lah sambil bacotan.
Wow, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right.
Ya, aku pun
the unlucky
dari
one.
dulu ya, dari dulu aku sih enggak sih. Dulu pertama kali awal-awal main Genshin itu kan hype-nya itu kan gede banget gitu ya. Jadi aku story itu juga tetap baca gitu kan. Tetap aku pantengin tuh. Jadi bayangin itu kan 1 jam 2 jam ngerjain Arts and Quest itu sambil bener-bener serius ditonton gitu kan jalan ceritanya gitu. Tapi lama-kelamaan karena bosan, aku nggak pernah ngelakuin itu lagi guys. Jadi aku kalau lagi Arts and Quest atau apapun itu yang dia mengharuskan ada cerita-ceritanya dulu, story-storynya dulu kayak gini, itu biasanya aku sambil melakukan sesuatu hal yang lain gitu. Alias aku sambil main game lain. Atau kadang aku juga bisa sambil nonton YouTube. Boleh kayak gitu-gitu deh.
You've got to be kidding. Ha! Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project. If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on. Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart.
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who are you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow, that's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant? You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be! And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebear of ancient wisdom! I lived for eons long before any of you were born!
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Idiot meets idiot.
Idiot meets.
What's all the fuss? Making some new friends, are we?
Miss Navia!
Navi?
Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon, how have you been lately?
Kami baik-baik aja bang. Asih sudah bertanya. Oh, Navia.
Hello there. I'm Kinci.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night. Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia, hoping she could lend a hand. After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement, as you can see. I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet, so let me fill you in.
Okay.
In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event, and also providing technical support.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
That's right! The one and only Surintendant Cheval Moran! After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend. Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal, a win-win arrangement.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions. Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management. For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once her application has been approved.
Sorry guys, aku tadi sambil bertani.
By the way, traveler, are you
sambil main Heyday, maaf. Ya, aku baca
lesson
lagi ya, antara.
Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of cake.
Wait, why does Minecraft in Genshin? No, that's not the Minecraft, you know. He said he have name. I think that's called it Azao. I don't remember, but I think that's Azao. Yeah.
You, yes, you. For the last time, the ingredients have
to
be in the right ratio. Get it right next time. You might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
Yeah, I guess the ocean. Sebentar ya, ocean. Tapi netep dulu ini. Nah, bentar guys. Oh, gini.
She seems a bit busy right now.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a How go be her assistant.
You little...
Yeah.
What's your game here?
Ternyata aku benar, namanya Ajeng.
Mademoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Okay. Aku lapar ya. Semua ini membuatku lapar. Oh my god, perutku bunyi. My Kazuha. How to zoom in?
Wind strike.
Oh. How to? It's going. Okay. Ah, ngapain? Then what? Then what?
Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
Okay, let's do it.
It's time, dear partner and Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated. We spend most of our time adventuring and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run. As you can see, our Fantasyland's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. Several areas are still under construction. The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time period. Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key. Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler? Yep, come on, we can do this. You mentioned
Tralalero, tralala. Apa itu teh bucu? Apa itu teh bucu, astaga?
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people. And there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble. And others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide.
Wow, but if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on...
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I also wanted you to experience
Gitu kan banget
activities
kata-kata
before anyone else
partnernya
gets to.
Teja Navia.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people...
Anomali hiu pakai sepatu sekarang sudah menjadi mualani. Anjir. Apa jadi mualani sih?
Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right then. Let's start with eclectic escapades and put our first guide together.
Oke. Lock. Ini dia susah banget nih kali ini. Turun. Alala. Menang. Tak betul. Salah. Oh. Oke. Maksudku kayak kita benar-benar.
Both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out,
Kau tahu nggak Hoyo nyelipin 2 orang yang berpengaruh dalam dunia kuliner di Genshin? Ya itu yang karakter yang sekarang kan atau ada siapa emang satu lagi? Cuma tahu yang karakter yang sekarang.
Out of their own path?
That's right. While the the cost of the booth itself, take our official map. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image. These cushions will officially go on sale. Sounds after all, the more Mora and still. The same logic applies. Once we finish this, there's a recruitment section. Once assigned.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely... Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you. Alright, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
Ih, bentar deh aku mau kamar mandi. Tara. Belum. Oke, abis ini aku mau take a break dulu sebentar karena aku lapar anjir. Aku mau makan, aku lapar.
Greetings. Apologies if the sheer lack of standards here. The ones that leave their guns behind by accident and then come back to collect them.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't.
Oh.
Wait, has that happened?
No.
Huh?
Just before we started, it didn't look like something.
Oh?
Do you think of foreign?
That's what I assumed, but I didn't see. I trekked.
What did the authorities make?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a mole before even addressing the question of what was actually in. Thankfully, the ever-reliable and.
Wow, that.
Mind if I ask what?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kinich, you're from.
You could say it comes with it.
Such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... Don't dare you turn your nose up at my gifts! Why
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun. Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch. Something like this.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise!
It's nothing. Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like. And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natland. Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Not at all! The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs. Oh dear, I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to work too. But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun. Correct. It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruins. Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon, but in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks. Time is of the essence, so I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions. Perfect. Then we can head out right away. Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
You're both doing great. You sound more like bosses than I do. In any case, with this, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is now officially open. Running a theme park is a long-term project. You won't make much if you try and rush it. We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this cycle's revenue report to come in. Well, the numbers might not look that impressive. Building on this momentum to draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fawn. She'll be performing, right?
So, is the rest...
We've gone over budget.
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique...
Hey there, Escoffier!
Oh, my employer's the president of the Spina...
I'd say that if...
I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide...
This is the business, but this isn't just imagine, Paim.
Then Paimon coming...
Now, here's the twist. To get the most out of this, based on research by a certain... So give me some inspiration. Now then, give me your hand. Oh, your hands are calloused from... A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength. All right, let's find out what...
Ada. Banget, bos.
I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. It's the mint extract in the seasoning, but if you ask me...
The artisan?
As I'm sure you've noticed, as their bosses, who knows? The morale boost might even improve...
Oh? For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work and just...
Then there's no time to lose.
That's a great idea! Looks like these themed dishes... The artisans are pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
And perfect timing, too. Let's take this chance to take the facilities of our eclectic escapades to the next level.
We should be able to attract more customers by upgrading the stuff.
That's right. An attraction when that happened. That?
Huh? Thinking about it, we have learned quite a lot, haven't we?
Oh, not at all. I imagine long-term operate, but don't let that...
Whoa, seeing her own from here on out, we'll be running...
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Gini ya.
Oh man.
Selagi kalian menonton adegan ini, aku akan memasak mie dulu ya guys ya.
Are you mimicking me?
Aku
Now's not the
bikin
time.
dis.
Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Auroran, what are you doing here? And who's this?
Allow me to introduce you. Bro, meet bro.
Boom. Oh alah, nggak kelihatan. Bentar. Kelihatan. Warna. Nah, 2 ya Yum, 1 buatku. Boleh, 1 buat Ocong. Boleh. Ntar aku masak dulu.
Ah, that bro. Nice to meet you, bro.
You guys.
Please, if Paimon hears the word bro one more time.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Paimon. I had no idea you were allergic to bro talk. Quick, Aoife. Paimon needs medical intervention.
Seriously, bro? I mean, dude, sometimes I honestly can't tell if you're being serious or just messing around. And Kinci, come on, brother. We've known each other for how long now, and even you won't let me off the hook?
It's quite hard to resist.
In that case, guess I'll have to introduce myself. Hey, traveler, I've heard a lot about you. I'm Aoife, a vet from the Flower Feather clan.
to... Oh, that wasn't directed at you, Aoife. It's nice to meet you.
Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Why, you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
Huh?
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
I am back.
It's Cheval Moran.
Ah, right. I keep stumbling over that one. Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology. Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natlan, which is why Aoife and I are here.
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
He is. I'm just here as a
Makan ya,
responsible
guys.
adult.
Makan,
It's his first time
makan,
traveling so far away from
guys.
home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
Even though it's your first time too.
Right, but they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too? See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore. So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
That's exactly what's got me worried.
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro, you too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox. So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day. So I've put him on mute until tomorrow.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
Oh no, bro. Or rather, did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
Which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while. As for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here, like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus. I believe in him.
for real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
All right. Everyone's an awesome Saurus. Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kukuku.
Leave it to us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
And if Kukuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right then, if Kukuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Bentar. I need to take a picture and you guys.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
On my karena
Nothing new there. What's all that commotion?
Bapak tua.
No way, bro!
Cucu.
Did he say he came from Natlan?
No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no.
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
Oh, you know one another.
He's a friend, yeah. A Saurian friend, let's say.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Nivelet.
For real?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work. If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kinci who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Nervalet before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Oh, wow! Oh, no!
I believe he said... Or rather, I suppose he meant that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing,
let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kinci, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kinci, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wriothesley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this guns lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from? Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement. Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku. Excited?
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
All right then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
Anjay.
Time to go.
Oh ya. Bakal nim quest baru.
What's the situation? How bad is it? Oh no. When I saw that Kukuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kukuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
It's not that that bad. Kukuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kukuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Mermonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kukuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kukuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Yay! Problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day.
Sorry guys.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
Weather's nice like this tomorrow.
Ad Astra Abyssos. Thank you for complete.
Hey. Ya guys.
It's been a few days. Ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head over to the Palais Mermonia to see how Kakuku's doing.
Palais. Ya elah. Nyam 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 nyam. How to
There are leaves around.
disuruh lanjutin action quest.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. No, it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... Well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
But do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Enjoy the celebration. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina! Thank you, everyone! I'm so glad I finally made it!
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
All right. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal.
Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and her companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kinich, and Dayan-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes, so please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
I'll drink to that. How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
Yeah, Kachina.
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so surreal.
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short, and beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Halo Bang Edi, halo Vmux, welcome to the stream. Makasih sudah mampir ya guys. Wait until 2 days. Anjir, lama banget. Harus 2 hari gitu kayak. Saja akan kubuang di sini. Mau banget 2 hari anjir.
there's anything we can do to help.
Maju ya, udah.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action. Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information, rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break. Knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
Huh? Is that the Traveler and Paimon? Hello, hello!
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay home and recover anyway. I wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas. So I came here to sign up. Don't think I haven't heard about all the things that you've been doing. With everyone working so hard, I've got to do my part too. Oh, by the way, Shilonin told me that she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Wow, so we'll finally get to meet Shilonin, the legendary forger of ancient names. Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Shilonin is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give your name her full attention. Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go to see Shilonen together? She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
On second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump into and hide for a while.
Daunnya.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Yay. Apa lagi?
Shilonen, I brought the person who needs an ancient name. She's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natland not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
Yeah! I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things.
Terima kasih, tapi tidak. Kembali lagi bersama saya dengan si tidak sepuh ya.
Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible
Halo Arjuna, udah lama gak ngeliat kamu. It's been a while. Apa tenanda ya.
Of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name. But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time, Shilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Okay.
Yeah! Let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature, I don't know, that requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Lali at the Masters of the Nightwind, the one we call Granny Eatstali.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her Spirit Speaker Stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her Spirit Speaker Stone being split into two.
Huh?
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Lali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Oh! Let's ask Kinci to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation, and is already a familiar face to her.
Paimon sure hopes a How won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right, Kinci is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great! Then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Masters of the Nightwind and convince Lali to give you a chance. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker Stone and offer her an apology in person.
Yeah, I'm sorry to put this on you, Kinci. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright. We're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes. And then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge and memory suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Auroron, and he also hails from the Masters of the Nightwind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Citlali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Citlali knows him too?
That's right. Auroron was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life.
Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroron, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
That's right. So in that sense, Auroron and Citlali actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Citlali could be the first one to notice Auroron's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Auroron joined the Fatui voluntarily, or if he was coerced. Citlali is probably eager to prove that Auroron hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go to talk with her.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroron and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes. If you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Citlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Auroron situation.
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the Spirit Speakers down.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Molly Poke Kinci. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Citlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure. I'll head out right away.
Take care out there, Kinci.
Bye,
I'll be heading back
Kinci.
as well. There's still a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Aduh.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Wait until the morning of the day after tomorrow. Anjir, lama banget cuy. 3 hari. Aku lupa. Day after tomorrow.
Oh, it's time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going. Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have bad news. Seat Lolly did not reply to our request, although I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kenichi a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Night Wind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go!
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter! Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know! If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Lolly. So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See, Lolly.
Wait, you're Seat Lolly? You're Granny Eatsley?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part. No? But, of course, it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. O weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage. Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Ah, shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroron.
Phew, the Vtuber are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Oh, sounds like the Vtuber broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, He must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
You can count on us!
All right, then let's start by heading to where Auroron was seen last.
Oh, jauh. Ah.
Yeah.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kinci say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place. Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand.
Ini mah pen gitu.
How about now?
What do you see? Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's. When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you. Really?
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Time to go.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now, or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh? Was that Seat Lolly's voice?
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends. Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
there's a new camp over there. Yeah?
Wait. Let me see.
Paimon sees...
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. We've got... leaving such a subtle mark implied... if they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him... no. I've got...
There are traces of people staying here, too!
wait a second. The phlogiston around here is... I can also smell a mix of elements in the air.
Kinci told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well. I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later. Auroron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
And off she goes! Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Lolly left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response. So you were thinking the same thing! Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads. She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Aduh,
There are leaves
ogernya.
around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
I see some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead. Did you find something? Huh. So we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly but he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone.
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth. I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for. Ah, the Ftui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Ftui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See, Lolly! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere? Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word. In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now. Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when... Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. On my count. 3, 2, 1! Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Guys, bentar. Aduh. Halo Rino Satrio, welcome to the stream. Selamat datang di. Ow.
This should be fun. Now escape. I will end you. Prepare yourself. No slapping
I'm here shaking and stirred.
Leaving so soon.
Trust and rebuild.
The wind knows me.
That hurts!
Sakitnya.
You can bully me!
So rude! Embrace the ice!
Diana Special! Shaken and stirred!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! One with nature.
This is it.
I will not stop! Billowing surge!
Hold the line!
My apologies!
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Whirling snow! Take flight!
Into the wind.
Kamisato art! Sometsu!
Looks like ice. Not too far.
Auroron!
Granny.
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats to Leave, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, other Granny.
What did you just call her?
Granny. Is that not right? You are Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you're also a Granny.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the masters of the night wind
Kenapa
raised me
namanya Auroron?
collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up
Kok
to.
anak sih cucunya ini, cucunya Citali itu gimana? Panggilnya Granny?
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a Haven't I told you?
Be wary of bees prowling around.
Oh, so you do remember. You won't always be able to rely on.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be...
Next time?
No, they just asked me...
Okay. Now...
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from...
Hey! I'm thankful. Even if the truth that...
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
Salah. Salah guys. Kan.
That...
I see.
That's right.
Now that you know
We'll give her a full
Will I need...
Technically...
sure.
Understood.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too.
Well, at least you won't...
Traveler, Paimon, once Auroron is settled...
Oh, thank you!
You scratch my back, I scratch... Come with me, Auroron.
Goodbye, other granny.
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub, huh? What? That captain? That Aurora. All that stuff about protecting sea... Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes. Lizardtail, Pepper, Starconch. What else do I need to create the most dreadfully disgusting cocktail?
Oke, wait-nya. Wait, aku letak piring dulu.
All done with your work?
That stretch feels good.
How are you getting along? All done with your work?
guys, tunggu. Ayah. Cakep banget. Oke.
How are you getting along? All done with your work?
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Oke. Ini kan udah 3 jam. Kalian masih pengen lihat aku main atau gimana? Karena kayaknya sih aku tadi mau ini ya, mau apa sih namanya, mau nyelesain yang ini, mau ngerjain ini, tapi kalau nggak salah kan kalau nggak salah tuh tadi nggak bisa. Oh, udah bisa. Ya.
Wish life could be as leisurely as this, a little more.
SARA. Jalanin yang. Oh, udah bisa. Nah, jadi intinya aku kan mau jalanin itu ya semua gitu kan. Dan quest-questnya ini terlihat seperti story semua. Ya, aku melihat ini seperti story semua. Jadi aku nggak bisa kasih gameplay yang gimana-gimana banget karena memang literally aku numpuk quest dan questnya itu kebanyakan story. Jadi aku kayaknya mau udahin streamnya dulu karena entah kenapa ini sangat membosankan untukku karena jujur aku udah lama banget gak main Genshin. Terlebih lagi kita tahu Genshin itu terkenal dengan story-nya yang cakep banget, tapi YP-nya banyak banget juga. Dan aku itu udah terlalu lama gak main Genshin dan aku gantinya main ke Wuthering Waves. Sementara di Wuthering Wave itu story itu bisa di skip gitu. Nah aku tuh biasanya di Wuthering Wave itu ya aku akan menekan tombol skip itu berulang kali. Dan dimana itu membuat aku somehow bermain Genshin menjadi yang benar-benar sangat membosankan karena storynya gitu ya kan. Jadi kayaknya aku mau udahin stream ini dulu karena aku udah beneran bosan. Jujur beneran bosan gitu kan. Kayak aku nggak tahu lagi mau ngapain karena story-nya terlalu panjang dan aku nggak tahu juga ternyata eventnya cuma itu aja ya Kak. Karena kalau di Wuthering Wave itu banyak eventnya, cuman ya lagi-lagi karena aku sudah menyelesaikan semuanya jadi aku juga gak tahu mau ngapain. Aku akan selesaiin story ini mungkin aku di off stream gitu kan, karena aku mau ganti game dulu gitu. Tapi kan thumbnail kan game sih, mungkin aku pakai thumbnail yang sama dengan game yang berbeda gitulah. Jadi intinya aku mau end stream guys. Jadi terima kasih udah banyak udah nonton. Makasih banyak udah nemenin aku nge-story ya. Lama banget itu aku juga udah bosan itu. Udah 3 jam kita masih di story aja dan literally kita fightingnya tadi cuman beberapa kali doang. Jadi kita outsu dulu. Besok kalau aku bisa streaming, aku bakal streaming. Tapi aku nggak tahu streamingnya apa gitu. Jadi ya kita lihat besok aja. Tapi kemungkinan besar kalau story benar-benar semua story ini aku selesain malam ini gitu dan besok udah bisa main Genshin lagi. Aku mungkin bakal main Genshin lagi karena memang udah benar-benar lama banget kan aku gak main Genshin. Udah. Thank you guys. Makasih Rina. Bye bye. Sampai jumpa di stream selanjutnya.